Think about the last time you played a free-to-play game. Did you ever buy a skin, a booster, or a bundle? Why did it feel worth it? Free-to-play pricing strategies are everywhere, and when done right, they fuel growth while keeping players excited to return. Hi creators, I'm Alexia, and today we're diving into free-to-play pricing strategies for in-world purchases. We'll talk about how to choose the right monetization model for your world. You'll learn how to set good price points, create bundles, and run promotions that appeal to different types of players. We'll also explore how to balance two key goals: growing your buyer base and encouraging loyal players to spend more over time. By the end of this video, you'll have a solid foundation for building a monetization plan that supports your creative vision and keeps players engaged. When you start thinking about free-to-play pricing, the first question is, what kinds of things can players actually buy in your world? That's what we mean by monetization models. A monetization model is simply the way you structure your in-world purchases, what players can spend money on, and why they'd want to. In worlds, we usually talk about three main types: cosmetic, utility, and hybrid. Let's break down what each of those looks like. Cosmetic items let players express who they are. Skins, emotes, outfits, or accessories don't change the gameplay, but they do show identity, status, or skill. Players love cosmetics because they make them stand out, and the value grows when others can see them in social spaces. Utility items affect the gameplay, but in ways that support fairness. Think of inventory expansions, faster crafting, or temporary boosts. These give players more options and smoother progress without making spending feel mandatory. The key is balance. Utility should make the experience more fun, not create pay-to-win frustration. Most successful worlds combine the two. A hybrid economy offers both cosmetic flair and useful upgrades, meeting different player motivations. A player might pick up a cosmetic hat to show off in a social hub, then they buy a utility item that makes their adventure smoother. Hybrids create more opportunities for revenue and keep the economy resilient. Once you've chosen a monetization model, the next step is deciding how to price your items and present them to players. Pricing strategies are more than just picking numbers. They shape how players perceive value, what they choose to buy, and how often they come back. Let's look at three core parts of this: price points, bundling, and promotions. Players have different budgets, so your pricing needs to meet them where they are. A healthy store usually offers a range: a low-cost starter item that's easy to say yes to, a mid-range bundle that delivers good value, and higher-priced options for your most committed players. This latter gives everyone a way in, while also allowing more engaged players to scale their spending over time. You can add a variety of items with different prices into the In World Purchases Gizmo and display them in a shop. Bundles are one of the best ways to increase value without devaluing your items. Instead of selling everything individually, combine items that work well together, like a cosmetic plus some boosters, at a price that feels like a deal. Bundles also make players feel smart about their purchase, which builds trust and repeat spending. Finally, promotions can spark urgency and excitement. Limited time offers, seasonal sales, or battle passes all motivate players to act now instead of waiting. But here's the catch: overusing promotions can backfire. If players start expecting constant discounts, they'll stop buying at full price. The key is to use promotions strategically so they feel special and maintain trust. Together, price points, bundles, and promotions shape the buying experience. But a great pricing strategy doesn't just maximize a single purchase. It balances how many players spend and how much of each of them spends over time. A strong pricing strategy isn't just about setting numbers. It's about shaping the overall health of your economy. In free-to-play, we often talk about breadth and depth. Breadth is how many players are buying. Depth is how much your buyers are spending. Both matter, but healthy economies focus on breadth first. Let's unpack what that means. Breadth is all about converting more of your active players into buyers. Even small, low-cost purchases can make a big difference because they grow your paying audience. Starter packs, affordable cosmetics, or daily deals are great tools for this. The more players who take that first step, the stronger and more resilient your economy becomes. Depth looks at how much your existing buyers spend over time. This includes larger bundles, premium cosmetics, or high-value items. Depth can drive strong revenue, but leaning too heavily on a few big spenders is risky. If those players churn, your income can take a big hit. That's why depth should support breadth and not replace it. The healthiest economies create pathways for players to scale their spending gradually. A player might start with a $2 pack, then upgrade to a $10 bundle, and eventually buy into a $30 premium option. This latter approach feels natural to players, builds trust, and maximizes revenue without pressure. So when you think about breadth and depth, prioritize growing your buyer base while still offering depth for loyal players. That balance makes your monetization sustainable, resilient, and player-friendly. Free-to-play pricing strategies work best when they balance revenue with player trust. Remember the 3 key steps. First, choose the right monetization model: cosmetic, utility, or hybrid that fits your world and your players. Second, design your store with clear price points, smart bundles, and the occasional promotions that feel special. And third, balance breadth and depth. Grow your buyer base while still giving loyal players meaningful ways to spend. As you plan your in-world purchases, keep asking yourself, would I feel good making this purchase as a player? If the answer is yes, you're on the right path to building a healthy, sustainable economy. For more details on earning in worlds, check out the monetization document linked below. And don't forget to join the Meta Horizon Creator Program. Being a member of the MHCP is a prerequisite to start earning. I'll see you in Worlds!